Succession by Sarah A. and Friends. Well, why does it happen? There can be changes in the habitat. Species take possession, changing different factors. For example, the amount of light reaching the ground. Moo. Moo. Eating. Nom nom. The new species, aka the squirrels, cranes, cows and worms, are able to move in once the habitat becomes suitable for them. Like lots and lots of food, because we like food. The species richness. After looking after themselves, they then begin to think of others. How selfish. We find that during succession, the number of different species richness, steadily increases. Succession on sand dunes. Succession takes a long time to happen, so if we wanted to see the different stages, you'd have to wait a long time. Tick tock, tick tock. The main pioneer plant that develops on sand dunes is marram grass. The different species of plants can now set up a home in the shelter of marram grass. Sand dunes near the sea are constantly moving, so plants can't establish roots. Also, the sand cannot hold water and nutrients, so plants can survive. Primary succession. How we got from rocks to pretty forests. Lol. You can live on rocks, silly creature. These are plant-like species which live on the most barren environments and begin primary succession. An example is lichen. Lichen. These use photosynthetic algae and a fungus which can extract ions from the rock. They also give up chemicals which break down rocks and provide a small amount of humus for some plants to grow. Lovely tasty rock. The lichen can't stay around forever. Soon, when there are more plants and more competition, lichen die. But what happens next? Well, with the small amount of minerals and humus made by the pioneer species, more plants will thrive in these slightly less hostile conditions. These grow and die, making more and more humus to support even more life. But it's not all sunshine and smiles. New species constantly compete with the existing ones, and the community constantly changes due to abiotic factors, such as mineral content, sunlight, etc., and biotic factors such as competition. This continues to change until you reach something called a climax community. And that's a win. This is an example of a stable climax community, and it's very lovely, with conditions suited to all the species that live within it. Secondary succession. This isn't nearly as amazing. This occurs where all plant life is destroyed, but the soil remains, e.g. after a forest fire. Certain species populate the areas the pioneer species did with the rocks. It is much more rapid, so you get a forest from nothing more quickly. Decades rather than centuries. Summary. In the early stages of succession, abiotic factors are most important in determining which species can survive. Pioneer species have adaptations that allow them to colonize these hostile environments. As succession proceeds, biotic factors become more significant.